So explain to me in your words, Rachel, what was filed today?
We filed a motion to enforce Marcy's law and to set aside the plea. It's a motion to enforce Marcy's law and to and for a corrective hearing for the modification of the youthful offender disposition. So basically, we have filed a motion about Marcy's law because we believe Marcy's law hasn't been complied with and to get compliance in sentencing.
What
Okay.
exactly is not being complied with here?
Okay, so Marcy's Law is a Bill of Rights for crime victims. And one of the things that is stated in Marcy's Law, both constitutionally and statutorily, is that the rights of the victims are to be treated as vigorously as the rights of the accused. We don't believe that those rights of the victims here were protected the way that they should be.
What do you make of a lot of these details that were released, or at least released to our accessibility today? Some of these details of even close to a death from the strangulation, if I remember reading that one part. These are pretty disturbing.
Well, correct. These are all details that have been in the various pleadings the entire time, but I don't know that they've fully been seen in this context. And that was really the important thing that we looked at here when we started writing from beginning to end what happened and how it happened. It's clear that Marcy's law has not been complied with. And some of that problem is due to how Marcy's law is written, and there needs to be more clarification from the court and probably even the legislature on what that means.
Why was it important to the victims to have these details unsealed? And do you think the judge should have unsealed even more?
So I think what's important to these victims in having things unsealed is that their story is heard. We have seen outrage all over the country about what's happened here. As somebody who has worked with victims for a long time, the most common thing that they want is to be heard when they come forward. It takes a lot of courage to talk about these things when it's happened to you. Statistics show that the average age for disclosure of childhood sexual abuse is 50. That's because this is embarrassing. It's shameful. You feel guilty. You feel like it was your fault, even though none of that is true. That's one of the things that abusers use for power and control to keep the secret. So when a victim comes forward to talk about what's happened to them, it's very important that they feel heard. And these young women feel silenced because they wanted to testify. They wanted to talk about what their experience was and what they went through. They wanted a jury to make the decision, or at least to have that opportunity to go forward. They wanted either an admission of guilt or someone to hear that and to make that decision. And that's not what happened here.
They did not get to testify.
No, there was no preliminary hearing. So they did not testify at a preliminary hearing, and there was no trial. There were victims' impact statements that were read, but these girls didn't get to testify under oath about all of the things that happened to them. They did not get their opportunity to be heard.
At this point, is Butler even considered a rapist at this point? What are the legal labels at this point?
So he is a youthful offender. He has pled no contest, which means there is no admission of guilt. He has a sentence, and where it goes from here depends upon what he does, unless the court modifies the sentence. I'm not going to put a label on him. I'll let other people do that. but he is a young man who has pled guilty under the or excuse me, who has pled no contest under the youthful offender statutes. And one of the issues that I have as a lawyer is that there was no allocution or admission of guilt. I work in a court system that generally requires, in situations like this, for one to admit their guilt. In order for the youthful offender system, which is treatment and rehabilitation, to work, it's similar to the idea of substance abuse. You have to admit what you did and the choices that you make in order to grow from it. We know that from every form of therapy. You can't be rehabilitated from something if you won't admit what you did. And there was no admission of guilt.
How unusual is that in your experience?
In my experience, that's extremely unusual.
What do you think Payne County is trying to do with this situation?
I think Payne County is trying to get through what is a very volatile situation the best that it can on both sides. Look, there's been a lot of aspersions cast from everyone everywhere, and there are a lot of concerns. What I can say as somebody coming in and looking at this from the outside, there's a lot of things that I believe should have been done differently. It's more, from what I see, a series of mistakes or small things that had they been done differently, things would have looked differently. And that's part of the problem with Marcy's law or the application of Marcy's law. There's no rules beyond they have to be given these opportunities and they have to be given a sheet of information. What does that look like? They have the right to be heard. When do they have the right to be heard? Their rights are to be protected as vigorously as the right of the defendant. Does that mean that they have a right to demand a jury trial if a defendant has a right to demand a jury trial? I don't know. I know what the words on the piece of paper say. I know what the defendant's rights are. I have no definition clearly of what the victim's rights are and what constitutes due process for them. And I truly think that's the problem that we're all faced with as legal professionals, from the district attorney, from defense attorneys, victims' attorneys, and judges. What does this mean?
What's been your conversations in the mood for the victims about uh, Butler's current standing?
They're not happy. There was a disclosure that he missed two call-ins, one because he just didn't do it, and the other one because he had a problem with his eye. And the result was to make him do an in-person visit instead. And so while I understand making an accommodation, the families really feel like, at which point is there going to be some actual accountability? They don't believe not being able to be on social media, not going to regular school, which he should have been removed from much earlier than he was, having to go to counseling. It's essentially slightly more than grounding with some therapy. And these women will be scarred for life. They've had their first sexual experience stolen from them. Nobody should have to go through that. Love shouldn't hurt.
You're saying he's already made penalties or violated some of his sentence that he has to make sure he follows with this deal?
Correct. It was revealed in court yesterday that he had missed two of his daily call-ins. So they had him go in person two extra times than what he's required to do. So he didn't make his phone call check-in, so he was made to go in person and check in. I appreciate that there was a consequence of he was inconvenienced and he had to go check in. But part of the purpose of the youthful offender process is rehabilitation and consequences. And if there's a lack of strict compliance, then you have the consequence of moving up farther into further punishment. And so the question that these victims have is, at what point are there going to be what they feel are real consequences?
You feel like the lack of consequences, in your words, is becoming egregious or has been egregious?
Yeah, the victims feel that way, yes.
What do you hope comes out of this motion? Do you expect it to be granted, or what needs to happen next in your view?
I'm not going to speculate on what the judge is going to do. I'm going to trust in the legal system that this judge is going to look at this with fresh eyes and that he's going to consider all of the evidence and look at everything from beginning to end to see whether or not Marcy's law was complied with. I hope that he or an appellate court and hopefully the legislature step in and give us all guidance on what compliance with Marcy's law means. For example, one district attorney's office used to provide affidavits of compliance with Marcy's law at the time of pleas. I think that's a great idea. In another case that I worked in, there was a plea agreement worked out. The defendant went to plea. The victim didn't have notice. The victim happened to have counsel present in the courthouse that day and told the court, or not the victim, excuse me, the victim's attorney was present and said, "We didn't get notice and we don't agree." And that judge did not take the plea that day. That was an adult plea, but it was a situation where a law enforcement officer would have been pleading to a sexual assault getting no jail time. And if I remember correctly, it was going to be a no contest plea. We don't let people who don't look like these individuals make those kinds of pleas and get those kinds of deals. We shouldn't let that happen here. Part of what our system of justice is supposed to be about is fairness. These women, all victims need to know that the system is fair and that nobody's getting a special deal because of who they are, who they're related to, or how much money they have to pay a private lawyer over a public lawyer. That's not how our system is supposed to work. And there is a feeling here, whether true or not, that that is what happened. And that needs to be examined.
Uh, Rachel, thank you again. Is there anything else I didn't ask that you feel is pertinent regarding this?
You didn't ask it, but this is something that I would like to say and that the family has asked me to convey. Everyone truly appreciates all the support that they have been given. They would ask that in the show of support that we please not harass people and be I don't know if rude is the right word. There have been people in the community who have been supportive and or are associated that have gotten treatment that they probably didn't deserve. As you're supporting these families, please be respectful. You don't help the situation by causing further harassment. I understand people want there to be consequences, but we also need to be respectful and caring because one of the things that has been said to me is they're starting to feel sorry for that family. And that's a really hard place to be.